Good afternoon and welcome to Money 2020 Europe in Amsterdam. I'm Claire at the FinTech Times and I'm joined today by Daniel at Dandelion Payments. Hello.
Hello, Claire.
We're going to have a little chat, aren't we, about cross-border payments and the latest trends. But if we start by you introducing yourself and telling our audience a little bit about Dandelion.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Dan Canning, Managing Director for Dandelion Payments. Dandelion Payments is a payments as a service platform that is our claim to fame being, of course, that we are the world's largest real-time cross-border payments platform, and I would add the most capable, we believe, as we look at the market and look at our offering. And we are servicing both consumer and business payments to 198 countries and 110 currencies around the world.
Fantastic. I don't mean to imply you're old or anything, but I'd like to delve into your insights into cross-border payments with your experience from Western Union and World Remit.
Yeah, no, that's great. I am old, by the way, but with age comes wisdom, correct? So I have a long experience in the C2C space, actually, in the remittance space, many years with Western Union and formerly with World Remit, and I've kind of parlayed that experience to my current role at Dandelion in looking at the broader space, moving from just the remittance C2C offering, which is less than $1 trillion, into this really, really large space that we call the cross-border payment space, which comprises also business payments, where you're now talking about in excess of $150 trillion moving cross-border per annum. And so it's a very exciting time for us to be in payments because we think there's a significant opportunity to modernize the way payments work.
And how would you modernize the way it works?
Yeah, so Dandelion really exists for that very reason. And so the core of the Dandelion offering is a highly transparent, very speedy, as in mostly real-time, platform that enables payments not only to the traditional bank account, but also to mobile wallets and even to cash payout or cash pickup, as we call it, for various use cases. Because the reality is not all money moves from one account to another account. And so we modernize the space by offering alternative payment channels, offering more real-time connectivity than has ever been available in the market, and also by modernizing the actual payment journey. So because we're able to connect locally to local rails, we're able to access local clearing systems and be able to have a transparency and a visibility from beginning to end of that payment that we then deliver via very modern API to our client who's using our rails.
Why is it so important to have alternative payments?
Yeah, because the reality of traditional cross-border money transfer in payments is deep lack of transparency. Like, when is the money going to get there? How much is going to get there? What is the status of my payment? These are core, basic, kind of, in a world of instantaneity, in a world where customers and businesses expect now, right? And that I know exactly what's happening to the pizza that I ordered and when it's going to arrive at my home. They want the same for payments. And payments is a complex world of cross-border payments. And so the likes of Dandelion are seeking to simplify and modernize what is frankly a largely antiquated 50-year-old system of moving money cross-border.
So apart from obviously old, outdated systems, are there any other things holding back cross-border payment development?
Yeah, no, I think it's the connectivity. And so how connectivity from one place to another has traditionally worked is via multiple stops along the way through multiple banking relationships to ultimately get to the beneficiary's account or to the beneficiary so that payment arrives. And so we cut that out. So all of our rails are completely local. There is no SWIFT in between. There is no correspondent banking system in between. There's simply a relationship with a local rail that enables the payment to be made typically, again, in real time, which again brings transparency and essentially makes for a far more easy and simple payment, always safe, right? Always with the proper compliance, but also quite economical as well, because there are fewer hands in the pot, as it were, in point A to point B and making that payment.
What tech innovations are changing the game in the cross-border payment landscape?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. The cross-border landscape is super evolving, fast evolving, and so two areas that are really interesting would be the channel play of mobile wallets in particular. So mobile wallets are increasingly becoming channels of destination for certain payments, C2C and B2C in particular. There are vast swaths of populations, and particularly in more developing countries, where mobile wallets are the de facto financial instrument. So our access to mobile wallets is unparalleled. In fact, we've recently written a white paper on what we're seeing in that space and how important we believe it to be to the cross-border payments customers that are coming on board. So that would be one area. I think the other area, Claire, would be in the area of transaction validation. So increasingly we're able to, via our API, onboard a transaction, but before doing so, ensure that both the account name and the account number are valid, are matching, and that's very important because it really radically reduces the amount of rejections once the payment is moved through the system. So that's an area where technology and our connectivity to the local schemes is playing a big part in modernizing cross-border payments.
So it sounds like an exciting space. What areas do you think there are growth opportunities here?
Yeah, so when we look at payments as a whole, cross-border payments are the fastest growing, or anticipated to be the fastest growing portion of the broader payment space. In fact, in 2030, we expect that on the order of $360 trillion will be moving cross-border. And so the opportunity is here, and it's now, and it's into the future. And I think that we see banks, fintechs, and other payment service providers really picking up on how much growth there is, and really making sure their technology and ultimately their product offering is fit for purpose and is ready for the modern experience that both consumers as well as businesses expect when they're making payments. And that's where Dandelion and its value proposition really seems to be able to answer many of the questions and expectations, and why we're so excited about the future of this business.
Fantastic. We're already into June, nearly halfway through the year. How has 2024 been for you so far? What are your success stories?
Yeah, no, it's coming along really well. We are, the value proposition of Dandelion is really resonating primarily across the banking and FI sector. And why? Because really, when you think about it, banks, FIs move the vast majority of money across the planet today. And so they're thirsty for solutions that enable fast, safe, as in compliant, economic, transparent. All the things that are part of our value proposition are exactly what banks, FIs are looking for, as well as money transfer organizations that are typically more in the C2C space, as well as payment service providers. All those folks who are moving payments cross-border are seeking better answers, seeking more modern solutions. And so our value proposition is resonating. Payments, cross-border payments, is a complex business. And so it takes time for folks to get familiar with all the aspects of our value proposition. But at the end of the day, we have a phenomenal set of existing roster of clients and a very significantly growing roster of clients that we're really proud to service day in and day out. And overall, though, the business is nothing but good things ahead of us, is the way we see it.
Are there any particular success stories or client stories you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year we've had a few major signings, including Commonwealth Bank of Australia, the largest bank in Australia, Ping Pong, which is a major payment service provider out of China, serving the merchant space and e-commerce space. We also have gone live with SendWave WorldRemit, which is one of the leading digital remittance companies, and of course, previously announced our relationship with HSBC, and HSBC has been live with us since last year, and quite happy with our service, as well as Zoom, PayPal, and Remitly, two of the largest digital remittance companies in the world.
We're coming to the end of day one of Money 2020. How have you found it so far? I know you had a long journey to get here.
Yes, yeah, indeed. Very good, very good. It's larger than it's ever been. So this is the largest kind of format I've seen. We've been here for the last three years, and which is good because it means that a lot of folks who might be interested in the Dandelion proposition are here. At the end of the day, it's there's lots of different types of players and different folks who are selling different aspects of their service here. But for us, it's a really good meeting point where you have a lot of key folks who are showing up at this event, who we're connecting with and who we're able to kind of talk with and go deeper on our value proposition. So it's been so far really good for us. It's again much larger than last year, so it's kind of a little bit of maneuvering to find your way and to get with the right people. But no, really good stuff for us.
Fantastic. So lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much. Great to be with you, Claire.